His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa held a telephone call with His Royal Highness the Saudi Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud. His Majesty and His Royal Highness reviewed the latest regional and international developments, the ongoing efforts to enhance security and stability in the region, and a number of topics of common interest. His Majesty congratulated His Royal Highness on the establishment of the multinational Maritime Defense Alliance under the leadership of Saudi Arabia, wishing the alliance success in protecting freedom of navigation, safeguarding international trade routes, and securing global energy supply lines. His Majesty and His Royal Highness also discussed the long-standing relations between the two countries and means to further advance cooperation across various domains in support of their shared interests. His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, in the presence of the Crown Prince of Dubai, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Defense of the UAE, His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, attended yesterday the joint exercise Bahrain Shield. Participating in the exercise are the Mohammed bin Zayed Squadron and a number of their counterparts from the GCC Armed Forces, as well as a unit of the Peninsula Shield and from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. The exercise aims to strengthen cooperation between the GCC states and exchange expertise. Upon arrival, His Majesty was received by the National Security Advisor, Royal Guard Commander, and Secretary General of the Supreme Defense Council, Lieutenant General His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, along with a number of senior officers. His Majesty the King delivered a speech on the occasion.
أصحاب السمو والمعالي والسعادة، قواتنا الباسلة، أبناء الخليج العربي، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. نرحب بداية بضيوفنا الأعزاء من أصحاب السمو والمعالي والسعادة في بلدهم مملكة البحرين، التي تعتز بأخوتهم ومساندتهم اللامحدودة في كل موقف وظرف، انطلاقا من عمق ما يجمع دول الخليج العربية من تكاتف وتلاحم، ورصيد متبادل من المودة والتقدير والرغبة المستمرة والأكيدة في تحقيق الخير للجميع. والواقع أن مجلس التعاون الخليجي أثبت طوال مسيرته نجاحه في تقديم نموذج رائد للعمل المشترك بين دوله الأعضاء. وانطلاقا من هذا المسار يأتي تمرين درع البحرين امتدادا عمليا لجهود المجلس في تعزيز أمنه الجماعي واستكمال منظومة التكامل الدفاعي ضمن برامج الردع المشترك. وعند الحديث عن التهديدات يؤسفنا استمرار السلوك الإيراني تجاه دولنا لما ينطوي عليه من تصعيد غير مبرر وتوسيع لدوائر النزاع. ونحمد الله في ظل هذه الظروف أن نكون محاطين بدعم دولي وتنسيق أمني ودفاعي متقدم مع الأشقاء والأصدقاء والحلفاء في مواجهة هذا العدوان، وهو ما يسهم في الارتقاء بآفاق التعاون الاستراتيجي ويعزز منعتنا وقدرتنا على حماية العمران التنموي والحضاري الذي تنعم به دولنا الخليجية. وما يؤسفنا أكثر هو تجاهل إيران لما يفترض أن يجمعنا بها من رابطة دينية، وتناسيها فضل الرسالة المحمدية على الأمة الفارسية التي أكسبت حضارتها عمقا روحيا وإنسانيا ومعرفيا بعد عصور من الضلال. وأننا لنأمل أن تعود الأمور إلى نصابها الصحيح بترجيح كفة الأخوة الإسلامية التي لا تستقيم إلا بالالتزام بقيم الشريعة السمحاء القائمة على العيش المشترك واحترام عهود حسن الجوار. وختاما نود أن نعرب عن بالغ السعادة والاعتزاز بمشاركة لواء حمد من القوات المسلحة الإماراتية الشقيقة في تمرين درع البحرين، فهم كما عهدناهم أهل أسبقية ومبادرة في دعم أشقائهم، ولهم منا خالص الامتنان. كما نتوجه بكثير من التقدير لما قدمه المشاركون من دولنا الشقيقة والعزيزة، دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة والمملكة العربية السعودية وسلطنة عمان ودولة قطر ودولة الكويت في التمرين المشترك من أداء مميز وتنظيم بالغ الدقة والاحترافية، إذ أكدت النتائج مجددا أن دمائنا واحدة على كل الجبهات، وأن تلاحم الصفوف الميدانية هو صورة مشرفة من صور الذود عن وحدة الهدف والمصير في خليج الرفعة والعزة. ونسأل الله التوفيق للجميع وأن يحفظ أوطاننا من كل سوء، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
His Majesty the King also emphasized the importance of this exercise in developing joint military capabilities, enhancing the readiness of the participating forces, and strengthening defense cooperation among the GCC armed forces to support security and stability in the region. His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, was at the forefront of those welcoming the Crown Prince of Dubai, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Defense of the UAE, His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, upon His Highness's arrival in Bahrain to attend the joint exercise Bahrain Shield, in the presence of the National Security Advisor, Royal Guard Commander, Lieutenant General His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, and the Commander of the Royal Guard Special Operations, His Highness Brigadier General Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa. The exercise is part of efforts to strengthen joint military cooperation and coordination, and to exchange expertise among the GCC armed forces. On behalf of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, the National Security Advisor and National Guard Commander, His Highness Lieutenant General Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, and the Commander of the Royal Guard Special Operations, His Highness Brigadier General Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa, bid farewell to the Crown Prince of Dubai, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Defense of the UAE, His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, as he departed Bahrain. His Highness Sheikh Hamdan concluded his visit after attending the joint exercise Bahrain Shield, held with the participation of the armed forces of the GCC. A number of senior officials, Royal Guard officers, non-commissioned officers and personnel, as well as BDF officers were also present to bid farewell. His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa received a cable of congratulations from the Minister of Interior, General Sheikh Rashid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, on the outstanding success of the Bahrain Shield joint exercise. The Minister said the success of the exercise reflected His Majesty's strategic vision and leadership in advancing Bahrain's security and defense capabilities, making the kingdom a model of operational readiness and institutional excellence. He praised His Majesty's speech, describing it as a clear expression of Bahrain's steadfast commitment to safeguarding national security, strengthening Gulf solidarity, and reinforcing joint defense and security cooperation among the GCC to preserve national security and stability. The Minister said the successful planning and execution of the exercise, together with the high level of professionalism demonstrated by the participating forces, underscored Bahrain's advanced defense capabilities and reflected the effectiveness of His Majesty's strategic approach, institutional integration, and close cooperation with GCC states. He also emphasized the Ministry's commitment to implementing His Majesty's directives and continuing to fulfill its national responsibilities in support of the kingdom's security, stability, and continued progress. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abdulatif Al-Zayani, held a telephone call with the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Immigration and Egyptian expatriates, Dr. Badr Abdul Ati, where they discussed regional developments and the close ties between the two countries. Dr. Al-Zayani expressed Bahrain's strong condemnation of the drone attacks that targeted two vessels in the port of Damietta in Egypt, and the resulting fire on board, considering it a flagrant violation of international law and the UN Charter and a dangerous escalation that threatens regional security and stability and global energy supplies. He affirmed Bahrain's full solidarity with Egypt and its complete support for the legitimate measures it is taking to preserve its sovereignty, national security, and protect its vital facilities. He expressed appreciation for Egypt's supportive stances towards Bahrain, praising Egypt's active role in strengthening Arab solidarity and safeguarding Arab national security. Abdul Ati affirmed Egypt's condemnation of the hostile Iranian attacks that targeted Bahrain and its full solidarity with the measures it is taking to defend its sovereignty, security, and stability. The two sides also discussed ways to strengthen bilateral cooperation in various fields to serve the shared interests. They also affirmed the need for an immediate cessation of hostile attacks or acts and terrorist attacks, and for respect for the sovereignty of states and the rules of international law. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abdulatif Al-Zayani, met with the UK Secretary of State for Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Affairs, Ed Miliband. Dr. Al-Zayani congratulated Miliband on his appointment as Secretary of State for Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Affairs, commending the deep-rooted historical ties between the two countries and peoples. Miliband affirmed the UK's commitment to strengthening cooperation with Bahrain at all levels and expressed the UK's solidarity with Bahrain and the measures it is taking to counter Iranian aggression on its territory. The two sides discussed the strategic partnership between the two countries and ways to strengthen bilateral cooperation within the framework of the Comprehensive Security Integration and Prosperity Agreement, CCPA, the outcomes of the Joint Strategic Dialogue and the MOU and bilateral cooperation agreements between the two countries. The two ministers also discussed the latest regional developments, the repercussions of Iran's attacks on Bahrain and other regional states, Iran's closure of the Strait of Hormuz and its implications for maritime navigation, international trade, and the global economy. Both sides emphasized the need for concerted regional and international efforts to de-escalate tensions and resolve all conflicts through dialogue and diplomacy, as well as the importance of the UK's role and its commitment to ensuring freedom of navigation in the Strait of Hormuz. They also emphasized the need to maintain the security, safety, and freedom of international navigation in waterways that ensure the smooth flow of international trade and energy and food supplies. The Minister for Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abdulatif Al-Zayani, met with Secretary General of the International Chamber of Shipping, Thomas Kanskos. Both sides reviewed existing cooperation between Bahrain and the ICS and ways to strengthen joint coordination and the exchange of information and to benefit from the Chamber's expertise in maritime shipping sector, international maritime safety, and handling emergencies and disputes relating to international navigation. Discussions also covered the latest regional developments, the repercussions of Iran's hostile attacks on Bahrain and the GCC, and the consequences of Iran's closure of the Strait of Hormuz on the maritime transport sector, international trade, and the global economy. Both sides reviewed regional and international efforts to restore maritime navigation in the Strait of Hormuz to its pre-28 February 2026 status, which safeguards the interests of nations, energy, and food supplies. Both sides emphasized the need for the international community and the UN Security Council to take responsibility and exert pressure to reopen the Strait of Hormuz to international shipping. The National Resilience Documentation Committee held its regular meeting chaired by the Minister of Transportation and Telecommunications, Chairman of the Board of Trustees of the Bahrain Center for Strategic, International and Energy Studies, Dirasat, and Chairman of the committee, Dr. Sheikh Abdullah bin Ahmed Al Khalifa. The chairman said that the Royal Directives of His Majesty the King provide the guiding framework for the committee's work in preserving the national memory and consolidating Bahrain's authentic national narrative, reflecting the kingdom's resilience, societal cohesion, and national unity. He noted that His Majesty's emphasis on preserving the national memory places a national responsibility on the committee to produce a comprehensive documentation that reflects Bahrain's resilience, the efficiency of its institutions, and its ability to safeguard national achievements while providing future generations with a documented record of one of the kingdom's most significant milestones of national resilience. The chairman added that the National Resilience Documentation Record will serve as a historical reference preserving national achievements and promoting awareness of the values of resilience, solidarity, and national unity under the comprehensive development process led by His Majesty the King and the directives of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister. The committee reviewed progress on approved national initiatives and projects, as well as presentations on the level of achievements across the various documentation tracks. Concluding the meeting, the chairman affirmed that the committee will continue carrying out its national mandate in line with the royal directives, with the aim of completing the project in a manner that reflects Bahrain's standing and history and reinforces the values of loyalty, belonging, and national unity. A delegation comprising officials from the Economic Development Board, led by the Minister of Sustainable Development and CEO of EDB, Noor Al-Khleif, concluded a successful strategic visit to France and Monaco, with the aim of strengthening economic relations and enhancing communication with relevant government agencies and strategic partners. The ministers, along with the accompanying delegation, also met with several senior officials in Monaco, including the Monegasque Foreign Affairs Minister, Isabelle Perro Amade, CEO of Invest Monaco, Lumila Ligoff, and senior officials of the Ministry of Finance and Economy. ADB officials also met with representatives of a number of leading Monegasque companies and participated in a private business forum attended by representatives of more than 20 companies, during which they discussed the competitive advantages that Bahrain and Monaco share. The Chief of Staff of the BDF, Lieutenant General Diab Al-Naimi, participated in a meeting of the Chiefs of Staffs of countries taking part in the Maritime Defense Alliance to safeguard freedom of navigation in the Bab al-Mandab Strait, held in Saudi Arabia. The meeting was attended by the Chiefs of Staffs of the armed forces from participating countries. The Chief of Staff stressed the importance of protecting maritime routes and ensuring the safety of international navigation, both of which require close cooperation to maintain security and stability. He also noted the region's rapid developments and challenges. Al-Naimi added that the threatening freedom of navigation or disrupting shipping traffic has a significant impact on global energy security and international economic stability, particularly for countries bordering the Bab al-Mandab Strait. It is worth noting that the Combined Maritime Forces is a multinational maritime partnership that supports the rules-based international order, and there will be partnership and coordination between the two alliances. The Forum on Combating Trafficking in Persons, in its third edition, serves to translate national efforts into action to safeguard human rights and dignity. To emphasize that the sustainability of these efforts depends on the integration of roles across various sectors as a shared national responsibility, the Forum witnessed the launch of the new identity of Regional Center for Training in Combating Trafficking in Persons, thereby strengthening its role in capacity building and the exchange of expertise at the regional level in cooperation with the International Organization for Migration. Panel discussions held during the forum addressed the importance of addressing challenges related to the exploitation of victims in cyber fraud and cybercrime, in line with the year's United Nations theme for the World Day Against Trafficking in Person. On the sidelines of the forum, companies that received the Best Practices Award in the private sector were honored in recognition of their efforts to foster a responsible work environment. The Embassy of Morocco in Bahrain celebrated Moroccan Throne Day and the 27th anniversary of the accession of His Majesty King Mohammed VI to the throne in the presence of members of the diplomatic corps, figures from the cultural and media sectors, as well as members of the Moroccan community and representatives of Arab communities. The occasion underscored the depth of the fraternal and historic ties between Bahrain and Morocco, as well as the ongoing developments in various fields and their shared commitment to expanding the horizon of cooperation in a manner that serves the mutual interests and the aspirations of their peoples. The ambassador of Morocco to Bahrain, Mustafa Benchi, affirmed that the flourishing of Bahraini-Moroccan relations reflects the wise vision of the leaderships of both countries and their commitment to strengthening the bilateral partnership.